You got a raise, or a new job, or your side hustle finally started paying out. Either way, more money coming in. You did the math in your head. You were going to save. You were going to get ahead. You had a plan.
6 months later.
You have exactly as much in your bank account as before, maybe less, and you genuinely cannot figure out where the money went. Nothing feels different. You're not balling out. You didn't buy anything crazy. You just spent it. This isn't a you problem. Well, it is, but it's also a very human problem, and it has a name. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it is silently the reason most people never actually build wealth, no matter how much they earn. Let's get into it. The raise. Let's say you're making $40,000 a year. Life is tight. You're splitting rent with a roommate. You drive an okay car. You cook most of your food. You use the basic Spotify plan and feel slightly annoyed every time an ad plays. Then you get a new job. $58,000 a year. That's $18,000 more. Before taxes, sure, but still, that's a lot more money hitting your account every month. So what do? You move into a nicer apartment. Just you, your own place. Maybe it's not even that fancy. Just no roommate, your own bathroom, a gym in the building. Totally reasonable. That apartment costs $1,400 a month. Your old share of rent was $600. So right there, you've just committed an extra $800 per month. $9,600 a year to a single upgrade. You're already halfway through your raise before you've done anything else. This is lifestyle inflation, and the apartment is just the beginning. What lifestyle inflation actually is. Lifestyle inflation is simple. When your income goes up, your spending goes up to match it, not through big dramatic purchases, not through stupidity, just through dozens of small, totally reasonable feeling upgrades that happen gradually and then permanently. The key word is permanently. You don't move back in with a roommate when times get tough. You don't downgrade the car. You don't cancel the subscriptions. Each upgrade has a ratchet on it. It clicks up. It doesn't click back down. So every time you earn more, you need more to maintain the life you've built, and you end up with the same amount left over as before, which is not much. Let's get back to the apartment. So you've got the new place, $1,400 a month, your own space. It's clean, it's quiet, the gym is in the building, so you cancel the $50 per month gym membership. Wait, you kept the gym membership because you were already going there. You know people there. It's fine, it's only $50. The apartment has its own gym that you'll definitely use. You haven't yet, but you will. That's $50 a month you didn't have before, on top of the $800 rent increase. This is how it starts. Small additions that feel justified because you can technically afford them now. Hedonic adaptation. Here's the brain science part. I'll make it fast. Your brain is wired to return to a baseline level of happiness after any change, positive or negative. This is called hedonic adaptation. Researchers have studied it pretty extensively. What it means, the nicer apartment feels amazing for about 3 to 6 weeks. Then it just feels like home, normal, expected. The joy fades. But the $1,400 doesn't. You've permanently increased your cost of living in exchange for a temporary bump in happiness. And now, because this is your new normal, anything below it feels like a downgrade. Not neutral, an actual downgrade. A roommate situation that used to be totally fine now sounds unbearable. Your brain repriced itself. This is why raises feel amazing for a month, and then it just feels like your regular salary. The math nobody does. Let's actually run the numbers. You went from $40,000 to $58,000, roughly $1,500 more per month after taxes. Let's call it that for simplicity. Here's what happened to that $1,500. New apartment, no roommate, plus $800 per month. Keeping old gym, plus not using building gym, plus $50 per month, eating out more. You have your own kitchen now, but you're busier somehow. Plus $150 per month, upgraded phone plan, plus $20 per month, added streaming services. You have your own TV now, plus $30 per month, better quality groceries, totally valid, but still. Plus $80 per month Ubers instead of being patient, plus $60 per month miscellaneous. I can afford this now purchases, plus $200 per month, total $1,390 per month gone. You have $110 more per month than before. You got an $18,000 raise and you're saving an extra $1,320 a year. Meanwhile, you could have kept the roommate setup, saved that $800 per month, and had $9,600 extra in your account every single year. But you didn't, because the apartment felt like a logical next step, and it kind of was, just expensive. Scope creep. In project management, scope creep is when a project slowly expands beyond its original goals through small additions that each seem harmless. Your life does the same thing. Each individual upgrade makes total sense. Yes, you should have your own place eventually. Yes, a reliable car matters. Yes, eating better quality food is a good idea. No one's saying you should live like a monk, but they all happen at once. They all happen permanently, and they all happen right when the money arrives, which means the money never has a chance to go anywhere useful. This is scope creep on your lifestyle, and it happens so gradually that by the time you notice it, it's just your life, not a collection of choices you made. The invisible upgrades. Some lifestyle inflation is obvious. The apartment, the car, some of it is invisible. Let's go back to the apartment. You moved in. Now you need furniture for a 1-bedroom instead of splitting furniture costs with a roommate. More groceries because you're stocking a full kitchen. Higher electricity bill because it's your whole unit. Renter's insurance, parking, maybe internet in your own name instead of splitting it. None of these were in your mental budget when you decided to get the place. They're just implied costs that come attached to the upgrade, like hidden DLC. This happens with cars too. The car costs $2,000. Then insurance goes up, then maintenance, then you're parking in the city, then you need a better sound system because you're in there every day, and the stock speakers are honestly embarrassing. Every upgrade has a hidden expansion pack. You buy one thing and it spawns 5 more costs around it. Why your brain does this? There are a couple of reasons. First, mental accounting. Your brain doesn't naturally think about money as one total pool. You think about it in categories. Rent money, food money, going out money. When one category changes, you don't automatically recalculate the whole picture. Second, future discounting. Your brain places less value on money you could have in the future than money you can spend right now. A $10,000 emergency fund that exists in 18 months feels a lot less real than the apartment upgrade that makes your life better today. Third, social comparison. You're around different people now. Better job, different social circle. Those people have nicer things. The apartment that would have felt luxurious at your old job feels normal, maybe slightly below average. In your new context, your reference point shifted, and with it, your expectations. The comparison trap. The apartment starts to feel normal, cool, but your colleague just moved into a place with exposed brick and a rooftop. Your friend from university bought a car. Not a crazy car, just a new one. Leased, but still, it's clean. Now your apartment that felt like a major upgrade 6 months ago feels kinda standard. The car you have, totally fine, suddenly seems a little embarrassing next to the lease your friend is driving. This is the comparison trap, and it doesn't have a finish line. There is no income level at which you stop comparing upward. Studies on happiness and income suggest that beyond a certain point, more money doesn't meaningfully increase day-to-day well-being, but lifestyle expectations keep rising regardless. There will always be someone with a nicer place, a better setup, a cleaner car. If comparison is what drives your spending, you'll be broke at every income level. The "I deserve this" lie. Here's the most dangerous phrase in personal finance. I work hard. I deserve this. You probably do work hard. That's probably true. And wanting nice things is not a moral failing, but deserving something and being able to afford it are different questions. Afford doesn't mean the transaction won't be declined. Afford means you can buy it without it disrupting your bigger financial goals. The apartment, you could technically afford it. The transaction went through every month, but it quietly consumed most of the raise that was supposed to change your financial trajectory. I deserve this is how you justify every individual upgrade in isolation. It's a great sentence for not feeling guilty. It's a terrible framework for building wealth. Deserving something and it being a smart financial move are two completely different things. What actually builds wealth? Wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap, sometimes called your savings rate, is the only number that actually matters. Someone earning $45,000 and saving 20% of it is building more wealth than someone earning $90,000 and saving 5%. The high earner has a nicer apartment, a newer phone, better clothes, more restaurants, but they're not getting ahead. They're funding a lifestyle. The goal isn't to be miserable, but if every raise you get immediately becomes a higher floor for your expenses, you will be on a treadmill for your entire working life. The only way off the treadmill is to let some of your raises be invisible. You earn more. Your lifestyle doesn't change. The difference goes somewhere. Investments, emergency fund, savings, somewhere that works for you instead of going out the door. The fix. You don't need to live in a shoebox, but here's what actually helps. Give the raise a 30-day delay. When income goes up, don't change anything for 30 days. Let the extra money sit, then consciously decide what to do with it, rather than letting lifestyle upgrades absorb it automatically. Assign the raise before you can spend it. Set up an automatic transfer to savings or investments to capture a portion of every raise before you adjust to it. You can't miss money that leaves your account before you see it. Audit the apartment math, or whatever the big recurring cost is. Is the upgrade actually improving your life in proportion to what it costs? The apartment was $800 per month more. That's $9,600 a year. Is having your own bathroom worth nearly 10 grand annually to you specifically? Maybe yes, maybe no. Run the actual number before you sign anything. Separate "I can afford this" from "this is the best use of this money." These are different questions. Answer both. The reason you feel broke isn't because you don't earn enough. It's because every time you earned more, your life expanded to consume it. The upgrade never feels like a trap when you're making it. It always feels like a logical next step. That's what makes this hard. But at some point, you have to decide. Do you want a nicer life right now, or a fundamentally different financial position in 10 years? You can have both, just not by default. By default, you get the nicer life and the same bank account. If this made you slightly uncomfortable about your rent, your subscriptions, or that thing you bought right after your last raise, good. That discomfort means it landed. Subscribe if you want more of this, like if the apartment hit a little too close to home, and drop in the comments what your lifestyle inflation weakness is. Mine's not your business, but yours might help someone else feel less alone about theirs.